phone with us will be Jeff Fagin. He is a Phoenix CPA. He is hosting a free 3-hour seminar, and that is tonight at the Phoenix Convention Center. Jeff, welcome. Thank you for talking to us.
Well, thanks, Tonya. Thanks to you and Lou for having me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. The focus of the seminar will be blueprint, financial blueprint. Would you describe that to us?
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to. Sometimes examples are even better, but really when it comes to blueprint, it's really kind of like a built-in mindset that we all have regarding money and financial matters. Can I give you an example? Because perhaps examples are the best way to illustrate it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Please do. Yeah.
Sure. You've heard of this guy, Donald Trump, right?
Oh, occasionally, yes.
Right. So here's this guy, a billionaire, who loses all of his wealth, and in a few years, he has it all back and more. Now, why is it that some people are able to do that? And really, what it has to do with is he has a financial blueprint, obviously, that's set for success. Let me ask you guys something. If Donald Trump had a net worth of $1 million, how do you think he would feel?
I think he'd feel pretty confident, pretty well.
See, I think he'd feel like a loser.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for him, a $1 million net worth is nothing.
Oh, no, that's pocket change for Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's chump change for Donald Trump because his financial blueprint is set for billions. For most people, their financial blueprints aren't even set for millions. They're set for thousands. I know lots of people whose financial blueprints are set for hundreds, and unfortunately here in Phoenix, I see lots of people whose financial blueprints are set for zero. They're actually struggling. Let's use another example. Of course, you've heard all the stories about people who win lotteries, right? I mean, people will win $1 million or $5 million or $10 million, 20, 30, 50, $100 million.
Okay.
And inevitably, what do you end up hearing about these people?
They're broke in a year.
They lose their money.
Yeah, they're broke in a year.
They're broke in a year. And why is that?
Okay, well, you tell us. Why is it?
Because they don't have a blueprint that's set for success. And the cool thing about what's going to be happening tonight is we begin to educate, you begin to learn precisely what is your financial blueprint, and you get to learn precisely what do you need to do in order to build a blueprint that'll automatically program you to get greater results in life. Does that make sense?
Is your financial blueprint a learned thing?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked me that question. It actually is a learned thing, and it's something that we don't learn the normal way. It's not like you go to school and you learn it. You learn it through conditioning. You learn it through what you hear, especially in the early years of your life. What did you hear when you were growing up about money and success? What did you see when you were growing up about money and success? What did you experience?
So, Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff, so our parents had a lot to do this. The people that we ran with throughout in our young years, is that how we became who we are in a financial way?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Lou. In fact, when you really think about it, who are our biggest mentors during the early years of our life? It's our parents. And generally, what you'll see happening financially is we tend to become like one or a combination of both of our parents when it comes to money or success, unless we were really, really angry at them, in which case we do the exact opposite. But in addition to parents, of course, we're talking about teachers, we're talking about friends, we're talking about religious leaders, we're talking about you guys in the media, we're talking about culture. In fact, let's talk about culture for a second, okay?
Okay.
Isn't it true that in some cultures, they deal with money in a particular way, and in other cultures, they'll deal with money a completely different kind of a way?
That's true.
Sure it is. They didn't come out of the womb doing money that way. They were taught how to do money that way. Okay. Just like you guys were taught how to do money, just like how I was taught to do money. And the big problem that we all face is that a lot of the people who were teaching us about money either didn't have a whole lot of it, or they had major issues around money.
Okay, Jeff, how do we change our financial blueprint? Because I want one like Donald Trump.
Well, that's great, Tonya. And really, I think you change your financial blueprint first by becoming aware of what your current blueprint is now. Do you want to know what your blueprint is right now?
Yes.
Look at your results in life. Look at your income. Look at your net worth. Look at your savings. Look at your investments. Do you have a steady income, or does your income go up or down? These are all patterns. These are all part of your blueprint. So the first thing you need to do is you need to become aware of what your current blueprint is. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to understand what kind of a blueprint someone like Donald Trump has, so you can educate yourself so you can get the same kind of blueprint that he has. The great news is that all of it is learnable, so that you can actually learn how to create a more successful blueprint. I like to use an analogy of a filing cabinet, if it's okay.
Certainly.
What I'd like to do is, throughout the day, you guys have to make decisions, all of us, with regards to money or business or success. And when we have to make those decisions during the day, where do we generally go to get our decisions from? We go to the filing cabinet that I call our mind. And the only decisions we can make is based on the information that's in those filing cabinets. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you can tell what kind of files you have by the kind of results you get in the real world. If you have wealth-creating files in your filing cabinet, you're going to be a wealthy person. If you have mediocre-creating files, you'll get mediocre results. Unfortunately, what most people have are poverty-producing files, and in results are poverty or struggle with money.
So that's what you're going to teach tonight at the Phoenix Convention Center, correct?
That's exactly what people are going to get to experience. And what I'd like to do real quickly is kind of explore with you and show you what they'll experience, because it's a phenomenal thing.
Please do. Can you do that in a couple minutes?
I can do that in about a minute.
Okay.
We're going to open up that filing cabinet called your mind, and we're going to start looking at all the files that you currently have inside your filing cabinet that you may have never looked at since you were a child. And now you get to examine these files. You get to take a look at some of the negative files that you have so that you can either neutralize them or else you can turn them into positive files. We can reinforce the positive files you already have. But most important, here's what we do, you guys, is we take wealth files, very specific ways that wealthy people think differently than middle class and poor people, and we help you install those files inside your filing cabinet.
Jeff,
so that in the future, when you have to make a decision about money or business or success, you have wealth files that will give you much better results in life.
Jeff, doesn't that mean that folks are going to have to start taking a lot more risks? Because it seems to me wealthy people take a lot of risks.
You know, some people take, I would agree with you, wealthy people take risks. I would say, though, that they take calculated risks, and they always have a backup plan.
Yes.
And the person who never takes any risks in life, the person who always plays it safe, has virtually no chance to ever become completely successful. You have to take some risks in life. You just have to make calculated risks.
Yes, risk based on education and information. Again, Phoenix Convention Center, what time?
7 o'clock tonight. We expect the room to be packed, jam-packed. Do whatever you have to be there. If you're serious about your financial future, it is absolutely the place to be.
Jeff, thanks.
Thank you guys very much.
You're very welcome. Great talking to you. Great information.
It really is. And so we need to be more like our good friend.
Well, I wish he was my good friend, but...
Maybe he will be. Maybe he will be right.
Back after this, final thoughts and moments.